Welcome back to the Legal Brief, the show where we crush the various legal myths and misinformation surrounding various areas of the gun world. This is the Taxation is Theft edition, and I'm your host, Adam Kraut. Today we're talking about a proposed law that would make the price of guns and ammunition skyrocket.
The Spartan from LaserMax offers a different approach to weapon-mounted light and laser combos. Available with either a red or green laser, it also takes advantage of the most visible wavelength in the color spectrum and projects 120 lumens of mint green light with just a single AAA battery. Able to be mounted on virtually any pistol with a Picatinny rail, you can own the night by clicking the link in the video description to learn more.
At the end of February, Illinois Representative Danny Davis introduced the Gun Violence and Safe Communities Act of 2018. While this one's kind of been making its way around on social media, it seems that most people are only focusing on the provisions relating to the NFA, rather than the fact that they're trying to significantly raise the tax on everything. Everything. Currently, an SOT who is an importer or manufacturer pays $1,000 a year to do so. For those that don't remember, an SOT is a manufacturer, dealer, or an importer who can sell or manufacture NFA firearms. Current law allows for those who have less than $500,000 or $500,000 in gross receipts from their sales to pay a discounted rate of only $500. This proposed bill would change the amount an SOT pays from $1,000 to $2,000 and alter that discounted rate from $500 to half of whatever an SOT costs per year. This bill accounts for inflation, more on that in a second. An SOT for a dealer currently costs $500. That's going to get bumped to $1,000 a year with room to grow due to inflation. That's right, the bill has provisions to account for inflation, which means Congress wouldn't have to keep going back and amending the law to have the fee increase over time. That applies for both the cost of the SOT and transfer taxes, such as that $200 tax you pay when you transfer a silencer. And of course, they didn't forget about us mere peons either. The bill proposes an increased tax for the transfer of a machine gun, silencer, short barrel rifle, short barrel shotgun, or destructive device from the current $200 to $500. It would also increase the $5 tax to transfer an AOW to $100. Perhaps most egregious are the other two provisions found in this bill. One would add semi-automatic pistols chambered for cartridges commonly considered rifle rounds that have receivers commonly associated with rifles that are capable of accepting detachable magazines to the NFA. What does that mean? The AR pistol you're so fond of, like Project Atrocious, would be considered an NFA firearm. It gets worse. The most frightening part to me is the excise tax. The bill taxes pistols, revolvers, firearms other than pistols or revolvers, so shotguns and rifles, and receivers at a rate of 20%. It would also raise the current ammunition tax to 50%. The current excise tax is 10% for pistols and revolvers and 11% for everything else. The amount a manufacturer owes on excise tax is determined by multiplying the sales price by the taxable amount, and that's the sales price the manufacturer sells the item at. Don't worry, I'm going to give you an example. Let's say a manufacturer sells a pistol for $400. Currently, the excise tax is 10%. To find out how much that manufacturer would owe in tax for the pistol, we multiply 400 times 10%, or 0.1. This gives us $40, which is what the manufacturer would owe. Now, if the bill were to pass, that same pistol which sells for $400 would have a tax liability of $80. The result? Prices would rise because you can bet that that manufacturer isn't going to take a $40 hit on the product. Are you filthy rich? Not concerned about gun pricing? Let's talk about ammo. A $10 box of ammo currently has a tax liability of $1.10. That same box of ammo under the proposed law would have a tax liability of $5. Remember, tax is based on what the manufacturer sells the product for, not the end retailer. Again, you could bet that that will be passed on to you, the consumer. I believe the phrase is death by taxes.
You might be a king or a little street sweeper, but sooner or later you dance with the reaper.
As you can see, the Gun Violence and Safe Communities Act of 2018 is just another way to implement gun control by squeezing the wallets of gun owners and manufacturers. The bill would increase the NFA transfer tax, cost to be an SOT, and create an excise tax scheme that would surely damage the market. As always, I suggest you get on the phone and start calling your representatives and tell them to vote no on this bill so it never makes it to the floor. Are you sick of bad information finding its way around the internet? Then you need to share this video. Make sure you hit that like button and get subscribed. If you enjoyed the video, consider supporting us via the links down in the video description. If you're looking for a longer version of the videos we make here on TGC, be sure to check out the Gun Collective podcast on iTunes. And as always, thanks for watching.
The shirts worn in today's video on the Gun Collective have been provided by PATRIOT Patch. Closed captions have also been brought to you by PATRIOT Patch Company. Be sure to click the link in the video description to check out all of their great products, including their cleaning mats.